بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته, and welcome to another session of um, interactive Arabic revision. Alhamdulillah, it's already been a month. Can you believe it? This is our fourth session, our fourth week. Subhanallah. And we just have 2 more months left, and we would have been done with this phase one. If Allah gives us ability and time and strength, inshallah, we shall consider doing phase two. But let's get there first, okay? So you know the drill. Let's do some warm up. Let's see how you guys are joining, how you're feeling today. Subhanallah, today I almost missed this class. I overslept a little bit, but Alhamdulillah, I made it. So yeah, hiccups can happen along the way. So just tell me, excited? Alhamdulillah, I'm excited too. SubhanAllah. I look forward to the weekend because of these classes that I have during the weekend. They just give me life, SubhanAllah. So I hope you guys are also excited. You are, maybe some of you are nervous, I don't know. But let's get the excitement up. Let's get ready to learn. Let's put our intentions right. Let's set our intentions for the sake of, again, why are we studying Arabic? Why are we bothering ourselves with this language? It's because of the Quran at the end of the day for most of us. So let's set that intention right, that we are doing this for the sake of Allah and for the sake of trying to please Allah and trying to learn His words and His last message. Yes, I know for some of you it's really late, but inshallah khair, may Allah reward you twice because of your effort and for you foregoing some of your sleep. May Allah make it easy. Okay, yes, ready to learn. You're all ready to learn. Good, good, fantastic. Now, again, what I want you to do in the chat is I want you to give me any harf atif that you know of. Okay, so it doesn't matter if somebody else mentions it, just mention it. Okay, so fa is one of the حروف العاطفة, fa العاطفية. بل wa, yes, so just keep dropping. So you have wow, which is the most common harf atif, wa, and then you have bal, hatta, yes, you have somebody said it, yeah. Not fa as-sababiyya as such. I would just say, okay, it's a type of harf atif, yes, but fa in general. So you have fa, you have different kinds of fas. So let's just stick to fa for now. Just say fa. If you say fa as-sababiyya, you're going to take us into a different direction. And I haven't prepared to discuss, or rather, it's not part of our topic today to discuss fa as-sababiyya specifically. All right. But you have different kinds of fa, just like you have different kind of wows, wa, different kinds of meanings for wa, different kinds of fa, and so on and so forth. Fa, again, thumma, yes, thumma is a harf atuf. So we have wa, we have thumma, we have hatta, somebody said we have, I'm going to give you a couple more. So you have bal, somebody I think said it. You have, oh, exactly, thank you, Mu'mina. أو is a حرف عطف. You have لكن can also be used as a حرف عطف للاستدراك. You have لا النافية, لا of negation can also be used as حرف of عطف. How you use it, again, we're not going to go into those details. I have done a video on حروف عاطفة. لولا is not a حرف عطف. لولا, we're in that's in the شرط world. لولا, like لو. But then you have, it's like a negative version of low, right? Yeah. So those are the most common. The most common ones are wa, fa, thumma. Those are the most common ones, right? And then you have bal, which is also fairly common. Lakin, la, these ones are not very commonly used, but they're there, just for your information. I have done a video on that. You can check it out, or you can look at it in my notes, the notes on harf atif. Okay. So yeah, those are the huruf atifa. Okay. Now, last week we did Inna and her sisters. So this week we're going to do, yes, you can look at yeah, yeah. Comes with with Hamza to Taswiya. So right? Yes. Would also be considered harf atif. Yes, good. Yeah, so those are the main ones. I don't think there are any more. Yeah. So anyway, last week we did Inna and her sisters. Today, inshallah, we're gonna do Kana and her sisters. I just want you to remember that one is the opposite of the other, the way they function. So that's a very important thing, and we're going to see that today. All right. So don't be threatened by the fact that they have sisters, right? They come in a gang. Don't be threatened by that. They just more or less perform the same thing. All right. So that brings us to the ayah of the week. You know the drill by now. This is the ayah of the week. ما أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ما كان الله ليعذبهم وأنت فيهم وما كان الله معذبهم وهم يستغفرون. Right? So Allah was not one to punish them while you are with them. I shouldn't have given you a translation because now you know you're gonna know what is happening. وما كان الله معذبهم, and Allah would not be one to not want to punish them وهم يستغفرون, while they ask for forgiveness, but I have given you the translation anyway. So hopefully that would make it easier for you. So we're going to enter into the breakout sessions. You're going to spot the elements, the whatever is happening in this ayah. It doesn't matter from which science, whether it's nahu, whether it's sarf, whether it's balagha, it doesn't matter. Just come back and let us know what is happening. So let's see
Sorry,
here.
Ustazah. It's
Yes, go ahead.
wama kanallahu. There is wa there,
Yes,
no? Oh,
yes,
okay.
there is one. Yeah. So there's the ayah begins ما كان الله and then وما كان الله معذبهم. All right.
This was ma, the beginning of the ayah in my Musaf. Wa ma
It has wa.
kanallahu.
Oh yes, it
Yes.
has. Subhanallah, I copied it wrongly. I'm just gonna fix that. While you guys are in the breakout room, I'm gonna fix that. Okay. So let's see here. We're gonna do, if we do, let's do 3 breakout rooms. Let's do 3 breakout rooms. You'll have 5 to 6 people. Okay. I'm gonna give you, let's say, 4 minutes. 4 minutes should be good enough, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna open all the rooms. If you see the click up, the pop-up, please join and start discussing immediately, right? So go ahead, go on. All right. And for those of you who are watching the recording, you know the drill as well. This is the part where you pause the video, work on the ayah, and then when you come back, or rather when you hear me again, we're going to be discussing, inshaAllah. Okay, yes, go ahead. Tell us, what did you find?
Yeah, واو حرف عاطف. ما نافية. كان and لفظ الجلالة is the ism of كان. ليعذبهم is the خبر of كان. Then وأنت is مبتدأ. فيهم is جار مجرور متعلق بالخبر. ويس again حرف عاطف. ما is ما نافية. كان is again and لفظ الجلالة is اسم كان. Again خبر of كان معذبهم وهم التنجوبيس حالية هم اسم مبتدأ يستغفرون is فعل مضارع yeah
And yeah, that's
في محل في محل رفع. I think we can say خبر also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So this week's ayah is not very difficult. It's pretty straightforward, inshaAllah. But the concepts, we will realize that there are quite a number of concepts that we're going to cover today, inshaAllah. Anybody else wants to add anything that you noticed that perhaps was not mentioned?
We was thinking that this lam is lamul juhud. Li yu'azibahum, that one, because the ma kana is to get started. But also ultimately after lamul juhud there is an mudmara. So that makes mudariya mansub. So it will be ultimately MBK.
Yes.
And then that also anta fihim, that one wow, we consider, we was analyzing why was the wow haliya.
Beautiful.
And then ultimately the anta fihim is really jumla haliya.
Precisely.
And
yeah.
Yeah, and then second sentence, there is no li, but mu'adhibahum is the khabrukana, and same with the rest of the part, wa haliya, and hum yastaghfiruna will be jumla haliya, jumla ismiya haliya, and then hum mubtada yastaghfiru the khabar fi mahali rafa jumla fi'liya.
Beautiful. Beautiful. You guys
Yeah, we
mentioned
can
all
say
the concepts.
damir متصل.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a
Then
number of
تقديره هم.
such pronouns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful, precisely. Anything else anybody wants to answer, to add on? If there's anything else?
Li yu'adhibahum. I
Mhm.
think what we discussed was li yu'adhibahum, that part. Like both the structure of the sentences are similar, but li yu'adhibahum, it's like a fail that was used, like from like Balagi perspective, like signifying the temporary nature of it, and then mu'adhibahum is like a permanence because it's an ism, and wahum yastaghfirun, as long as there is someone who is seeking forgiveness. And while you are in them, while you are among them, wa anta fihim, then like liyu'adhibahum would make a lot more sense, like because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would be there for a limited time.
Yes.
So that's the assumption we went for.
Beautiful, beautiful. That's gonna come in the reflection session, inshaAllah. And also, وَهُمْ يَسْتَغْفِرُونَ is not وَهُمْ مُسْتَغْفِرِينَ or مُسْتَغْفِرُونَ مثلا. It's not an ism, it's وَهُمْ يَسْتَغْفِرُونَ. So again, that continuity with the جملة فعلية there. Beautiful,
So
beautiful
اللي
insights.
يعذبهم is the جار مجرور.
Yes, it's a jar majroor. Okay, I think we covered most of it. Anybody else wants to add anything? I think you guys got everything, honestly.
Is there any tip that we can
So
say
this
ma is
ma
nafia?
nafiya, yeah, ma nafiya.
One at a time, please. Let's not
sorry.
speak on each other.
We took him. Sister Zarina, go ahead.
No, you can say, sister.
No, it's okay.
No, there is any tip that this ma is ma nafia, how to identify?
It is ma nafiya, yes. Both of them in both cases.
No, there is like any tip we can confidently say this is a ma nafia.
So this is like a template. Ma kana dash li. This is like a template. Whenever you have this template, and we're going to talk about this template, a sister mentioned that this is lam al-juhud. This is what you call this lam. We're going to talk about it, inshallah. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's an important thing to know how to identify the different mas. So yeah, inshallah, we'll cover that.
And
Go
the
ahead.
second ma,
Allah wouldn't be the one to.
Yes, that's how you translate it. Go ahead, sister.
Yeah, and second ma we say like ma hijaziyah or no?
Ma hijaziyah?
Ma kana Allah, yeah, ma kana Allah mu'adhibahu.
Yes, because this ma is muhmala, it's not working. Yeah, you can look at it that way.
Yeah.
But we're not going to go into those details because we're I don't know if we're going to cover the different kinds of ma. At some point, once we do that, then it will make sense for us to discuss that. Because now we're just gonna confuse a lot of people with saying ma hijaziyah, ma this, ma that, and they'll be like, what is going on? I don't want to overwhelm you guys. Inshallah.
It's okay.
Yeah, beautiful. Like I appreciate it though.
It looks like ma ghair amila because it is entering on jumla failure.
In the beginning, this one? وَمَا
No,
كَانَ اللَّهُ? The second
last
one?
one.
Yeah, مُعَذِّبَهُم. So yeah, it's entering into a sentence. So it's not really doing its job. That's why we're saying it's either called ma hijaziyah or ma muhmala. It's not doing its job.
It's a jumla failure, right? Kana Allah?
Yes, it's a jumla fi'aliyah. Kana is fi'al naqis, but in bayina we normally treat it as mubtada khabar situation. But yeah, it's a jumla fi'aliyah. Yes.
So يعذبهم is جار مجرور في محل جر.
Yes. Yeah, and we're going to talk about why it's making it mansub. We're going to talk about that. And some of you already mentioned it.
Because of kana.
Not because of kana. Not because of kana. We're going to talk about that. Some of you know already. but we're going to explain it for the rest so that we can all understand.
So is it Assalamualaikum Ustaz.
Salam.
Is it fi mahali mansub or is it fi mahali jar?
It's going to be fi mahali jar if you're looking at the whole thing liyu'adhibahum. If you're just looking at yu'adhibahum, it's going to be mansub. So there are two things, and we're going to unpack that.
Yeah, okay, jazakallah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so these are the concepts that we can find in this ayah, and you guys mentioned them, of course. So we have negation. You said ma is ma nafiya. So there's negation happening in this sentence. And we're going to discuss in brief, I'm going to explain to you what you need to know about negation for now. And then we have kana wa akhawatuha. So of course, I'm going to mention to you kana wa akhawatuha. Most of us remember kana, but we forget that she has sisters, and quite a number of sisters actually. So especially whenever we see other sisters, we forget that they work similar to kana. And then we're like, what's happening in this ayah? So it's important to always remember that kana has sisters. Okay. Then we're going to talk about ma kana dash li, this template that I'm talking about, and the idea that this lam is called lam al-juhud. And of course, huruf al-atifa or huruf atf. And then finally, jumla haliya. So previously we talked about hal as a word, right? Remember that? Again, we're not forgetting. As we're revising, we're not trying to forget. We're trying to build on and remind ourselves so that these concepts are at the front of our mind. So we already done hal as an ism, right? Now we're going to look at hal as a sentence. So that's what's happening. So let's begin with negation. What I'm going to do here is I'm gonna have to write, because there's quite a bit of things to mention. So where is do I need to stop sharing? I think I need to stop sharing in order for me to start the whiteboard. All right. Okay. So let's start with negation. We've mentioned that there's negation, okay? Okay. Why? Okay. It's not writing nicely, like the way I would like it to write. Or maybe I should just... Okay. Sorry, guys, because this whiteboard is not gonna work. Or maybe I should type. Let's see. I think
should you be on the
easier.
pencil icon, Ilham, instead of the hand? Are you on the hand icon right now?
I am on the pen icon.
Because
I
on
should
the
be on the
left,
hand.
no, the hand is currently blue, right?
Yeah, I just selected it, but I was on the pen one before.
You should be on the pen. No, you weren't. You were always on the blue one, from my side anyway.
And then there's two keyboards. I think one writes Arabic and the other that writes Arabic from the right. So I think be the case as well.
Okay, I've never used this, to be honest, before. So
it's okay. We'll learn with you how to use a Zoom whiteboard.
Okay, so where is I would prefer to type, but I don't know where. Do I just type? No, that's not how. Okay, what I'm gonna do.
Box, the T.
On the top. Oh, on the left, yeah.
That. Oh, the T, yes. I've seen it.
Yeah.
But I think because now everybody's accessing the whiteboard, we might have a lot of.
No, you have to disallow participants writing on the whiteboard. There's a setting.
You know what? I'm gonna do what's easier for me. I'm just gonna go to Google Docs. That's gonna be easier. Because
there's no text option on this.
But this one works really well if you're willing to just do the learning curve.
Okay.
Okay, we'll help you. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Fine. Okay, so let's.
So there's a T on the right. Did you click it already? Because the blue color is on the hand. Okay.
There, you found it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
They can start typing.
So we have negation. Oh, it's in Arabic. Okay. So we have negation. What you need to know about negation. I need to disable people from. Can I do that while
Yeah,
it's
there's
still
a
on, or I have
setting.
to?
Should be okay,
I think it's better to write in Google Docs.
Okay, so I think I probably have to stop sharing, make the setting, and then come back and do this.
So there's, you know, where there's 3 lines, it says whiteboard and it says accessibility.
Oh, right. Okay, seen it. Okay.
And it says accessibility checker. So who's accessible?
We can share. Okay. I don't see that, to be honest.
Well, as long as
any
of us don't use our whiteboards, we should be fine just watching you. So I think
Right.
everybody just
So
needs to.
guys, don't write. It's gonna be difficult for people to do that, not to do that, but
You said don't write and everybody's gone on.
let's see. Okay, focus just on what I'm typing. Let's try do that. Okay, so when it comes to negation, you have to remember the rule. I call it the rule of 2. The rule of 2, because you have 2, 2, 2, 2. That's how. So there's 2 kinds of negation for everything. So when you think about negation, you have to think about what kind of sentences do we have in Arabic. So we have جملة فعلية. So those are verbal sentences. Let's start with nominal sentences. So جملة اسمية, right? That's number 1. We also have verbal sentences, which is what we're calling فعلية, right? So we have جملة اسمية, جملة فعلية. Now, under جملة, again, don't just write. Under جملة فعلية, we have 3 kinds of verbs normally. I mean, in Arabic, we technically have 2, but we can look at it as 3 kinds of verbs. So we have ماضي, right? We have مضارع, and we have مستقبل, but it's not really considered مستقبل as a separate thing. It's still part of مضارع, but when it comes to negation, we kind of, oh my God, I need to stop this. How do I? Because it's gonna be chaotic up in here. I don't know. Let's see here.
Okay, step by step. The
Accessibility.
sister
I
was
found
saying you.
accessibility.
Yeah, okay. Then
So
turn
what
off
do
for
I do?
everyone.
Accessibility checker.
Disallow participants to write on whiteboard. Something like that.
Maybe
Is that
where
one of the
it says
options?
reduce motion.
No.
You know where it says accessibility, precise selection, reduce motion?
Yes.
Yeah, so maybe just click reduce motion. Does that work?
Okay. I've clicked it, so I don't know.
It's actually a host capability, Ilham.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, but I can't find it unless I stop sharing and then I think change the settings and then come back, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't find it either.
Yeah, I can't. I can only see reduce motion and precise selection. But
yeah,
I
so
can't
how about,
do
let me just
anything.
stop sharing.
Oh, actually I can.
Where is it?
So you know where it has the 3 lines at the top where it says where it has a pull out, where it says whiteboard, view, and accessibility.
Yeah.
Maybe reduce accessibility checker. No, not that.
Accessibility. Yeah, I went there. I couldn't find anything. Right. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna stop sharing.
Do you know where to find it after you stop sharing?
Yeah, I found it before.
Yeah, I found it before also, but I can't find it now. I think only the host. I think it's host. Like host.
Host tools.
Host tools or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see it? I'll do a quick Google for you.
Request. Share whiteboard.
To disable Zoom whiteboard participants. Okay.
still can't find it. I think I have to do it when it's off, not when it's
Oh,
on.
security. You go to mute security settings or host tools. Do you see security? I think it looks like a virus or the shield of a virus.
Yes, I've seen it. Yeah, I'm there, but I can't find. So there's
Okay,
share
host tools, more host tools, advanced whiteboards. Allow participants to share. Oh no, that's not the one.
I think I have to do
Under
it
the allow.
not during the meeting. I think, can I do it during?
Maybe use a Google Doc. It will be much.
Yeah,
Under
for
the allow
now,
participants to uncheck whiteboards. Oh, you just need to
because-
uncheck the whiteboard. Yeah.
yeah. So for now, because it's taking too long, let's just switch to Google Docs. Yeah. Oh, this is, let's create a new file. Okay. So I'm just going to repeat what I just typed there. So when we're talking about negation, we have to ask ourselves, is it jumla ismiya? Is it big enough? Do I make it bigger?
No, you just share.
You don't share yet.
Google Doc.
You can't see it? Oh, I haven't shared.
No.
Yes, I haven't shared. Okay. So where are we? No documents, screens. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll figure out the whiteboard later because I think it'll be easier. But for now, let's do this. Is it big enough? Okay.
Yes,
So
we
we
can see.
have, no worries. So we have jumla ismiya, and then we have also jumla fi'liya. Now, when it comes to jumla ismiya, we know what a jumla ismiya, nominal sentence, there's nothing much to it. But jumla fi'liya, we have tenses. So we have madi, we have mudara, and I'm saying we have mustaqbal, even though in Arabic, this is not really considered a separate, like, fi'al. It's not really considered separate. It's still part of the mudara. But when it comes to negation, there are different ways of negating each one of these. And that's why I'm treating it separately, okay? So that's important to understand. Now, when it comes to negation, you have to remember the rule of twos, okay? The rule of twos. So what do I mean by the rule of twos? There are two ways to negate jumla ismiya, two ways to negate فعل ماضي, two ways to negate فعل مضارع, and two ways to negate مستقبل. So what do you see? You see two, 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 two. So in each case, there are two ways of negating each one of them. So that's the rule of two. So when we talk about jumla ismiya, what are the two ways? Either you're going to use ma, or you're going to use, maybe I should just make them all in one direction so that it's easier. Ma or laysa. Ma or laysa when it comes to jumla ismiya. So for example, you have al-waladu. Al-waladu qa'imun. Al-waladu qa'imun. This is a jumla ismiya. How do I negate this sentence? I can either say ma al-waladu. Now here, the khabar is going to be qa'iman. Right? ما الولد قائما. Or ليس الولد, again, قائما. That's what is happening. Because ليس, as we are going to see, is the sister of kana. Yeah? So that's how we negate jumla ismiya. Clear? Just remember there are two ways. Either use ma or use ليس. Right?
So
And what's gonna
khabar
happen?
ma is also nasab?
Yes. In a jumla ismiya, it's going to be like this. For now, just understand this, okay? I don't want to get into the details of this kind of ma, and so we normally consider this ma as ma that works like laysa. So you can see laysa, we know laysa would make it mansub, right? Because this is khabar laysa. Then this ma is also considered like working like laysa. So it does the work of laysa. So that's what's happening here. So yes, when we're negating a jumla ismiya, the khabar will also be mansub in this case. Clear? So that's jumla ismiya. Then you come to jumla fi'liya. Like I said, madi also has two ways. Okay. So if we say, okay, madi, so what are the two ways? Either you're using, give me a second here. Just gonna fix something. Okay. So madi, either using ma, or we're using lam plus mudara. Okay. So those are the two ways again in which you can negate a madi. So for example, you have ذهب أحمد. ذهب أحمد. How do I negate this? I can either say ma, and then I just add ذهب أحمد. ما ذهب أحمد. Or I can say lam, and now I'm going to have to use the mudara, and it's going to be majzoom. Okay. So instead of ذهب, I'm going to say ما لم يذهب majzoom, and then أحمد. Right. So those are the two ways of negating the madi. Right? Clear? So just remember ma lam plus mudara. The mudara has to be majzoom. And then again, you have the mudara. Again, there are two ways. Whether the two ways, either you're using la. Okay, can I just do this so that it stops? How that would work. So either I use la or ma. Okay. So for example, يذهب أحمد. How do I negate that? I'm going to say لا يذهب أحمد. And again, I'm not going to change anything. When I'm using لا, I'm not going to change anything. It's not going to be لا يذهب or لا يذهب, or still going to be مرفوع. So where's there? Right? So لا يذهب أحمد, or I'm going to use ما. And when I use ما, it's still going to be the same thing. لا ما يذهب أحمد. So that's مضارع. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. لا plus ما. You just put لا in front of it and it becomes negation.
Can we say لا يذهب? Can we make it majzoom?
If you make it majzoom, gives you a different meaning.
Yeah, ما ناهية.
No, yes, ما ناهية, but now you are forbidding a third person. Now this one would give you the meaning of should not.
Oh, okay.
This one should not. You're not really saying he is not doing it. When I say لا يذهب أحمد, Ahmed is not going. But when I say لا يذهب أحمد with the majzoom, Ahmed should not go. Right?
Okay.
So that's the difference. He's not going, should not go. Clear?
So it's like amar for the third person.
Exactly.
Commanding.
It's like an amr. That's why we're calling it nahi. But it's not, when you're forbidding somebody, you forbid the second person. So anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna. But here it's not this second person. This is third person.
Third person, yeah.
So, yeah, and that's why we're saying should not. It's like you're giving a suggestion.
That is, so we call la nahiya. Can we call it?
Yes, we'll call it la nahiya. This is still in the nahi world.
Okay, and mustaqbal means future?
Yes, mustaqbal means future. Yes. Although it's not really considered a tense in Arabic. You won't find fi'al mustaqbal in Arabic. It's still part of the mudara, but because the negation is separate, I'm also separating it. Yes, I know we learned in Baina that ma does not negate mudara. Ma does not come with mudara. That's not entirely true. Ma comes with mudara. You can use ma for the mudara as well. Yeah. It comes in the Quran. So obviously, if it comes in the Quran, then you can't really say that it doesn't. Yeah, so it does. So those are the two ways
So
of
what would
mudara.
ma yazhabu mean then?
Same thing, but obviously there's a scale of negation. So la is your basic negation. Ma is more refutation. Ma is stronger than la. Always, ma is stronger than la. And of course, if you're to use lam yadhhab now, you're changing the tense from a more permanent madi to something that it changes, something that renews, because the mudari renews. So depending on if it is the Quran. If it is the Quran, depending on what kind of negation is used, perhaps there will be a more nuanced meaning. But I don't want to get into that, discussion. But just know that the Quran is very, very precise. Very precise. When it chooses ma, when it chooses la, it's going to be for a particular reason.
Right? So what would you put here? Ma yazhabu.
The same thing, he's not going.
Oh, he's not going. Okay.
Yeah. No worries. Okay. So, for example, al-waladu qa'imun, the boy is standing. Ma al-waladu qa'iman, the boy is not standing. Laysa al-waladu qa'iman, again, the boy is not standing. Right? So again, laysa, this is your normal standard negation. Ma is more stronger, more refutation. ذهب أحمد, Ahmad went. ما ذهب أحمد, Ahmad did not go. لم يذهب أحمد, Ahmad also did not go. It's the same meaning. Same meaning. يذهب أحمد, Ahmad is going. لا يذهب أحمد, Ahmad is not going. لا يذهب أحمد, Ahmad should not go. ما يذهب أحمد, Ahmad is not going. But again, of course, ma here is a bit stronger, depending on the context. If you're just using it normally in language, then there's no problem. Okay.
The last one is for the reputation, right? If there is argument or something.
Yes, ma, yeah, if there's an argument and you're refuting that argument, you would use ma. Right? Yeah. And that's why here in this ayah, ma kana Allahu liyu'adhibahum. Right? Right. Okay. Because Allah could have said lam yakunillah, could have used lam plus mudara. So I'm giving you points of reflection.
It is also stronger. Ma is stronger.
Yes. Yes. It is stronger because there's another way we could have said it. Allah could have said it lam yakunillahu. Like we've said, when you're doing the madi, you can either use ma or you can use lam plus mudara.
The thing in English, it is coming the same meaning, but in balagha we can see that.
See, that's why it's important for us to learn Arabic, because the translation will give you just the basic understanding. Then you learn Arabic, you're like, whoa, there's more to this, right?
Can I just ask,
so that's the idea.
The ma with the madi and the mudari both is the stronger version?
Yeah, every time you see ma in negation is stronger in the Quran. So ma is always a stronger. So you have 3 levels. You have la, then you have ma, and then you have in. In is the strongest form of negation. And then you have ma is more of a refutation. So those are the degrees, the levels of negating.
Lam is natural too, right? Or lam has any severity? No.
No. Lam just brings in the mudari' aspect. Now you're moving from madi, which is more permanent, to a mudari' version, which is renews. Yeah. Mudari' is something that happens and stops, happens and stops. Madi is something that occurred and it's permanent, it's done. Right? So that would be the difference.
Mudari is like istimrar, right?
Yes, mudari' has istimrar, continuity, yes, and renewal, tajaddud. Okay, so let's talk about mustaqbal. Mustaqbal, you have again 2 ways. So either you can use lan, which is the most common one used. So lan, again, plus mudari'. And of course, this is going to make what? This is going to make mansoob. Just like lam plus mudara' made majzoom, here lan plus mudara' makes mansoob. We know this, right? We already covered, no, did we? No, we haven't covered this. But yeah, you already know this. The other way is if we use lamma. Lamma plus again mudara'. And this one is going to make majzoom. Okay, this one is going to make mansoob. Okay, so let's look at some examples. And normally, whenever we're talking about istiqbal, we have either sa or sawfa. So sayadhabu, if I use sa in the beginning of the mudara', then I'm talking about mustaqbal. I'm talking about future. So if I say sayadhabu Ahmed, Ahmed will go, that's the meaning. And I want to negate this, then I'll say len. I don't say len sayadhabu. I don't say the sa again. Sa pushes the meaning to the future, but when I'm negating it, I don't mention the sa again. So I'm just gonna say len yadhhaba Ahmed. And of course, this is gonna be mansoob there. Fatha. Len yadhhaba Ahmed. Okay? Or if I'm using lamma, then it's gonna be, where are you? It's gonna be lamma yadhhab. Because why? Because this makes it majzoom. Lam yadhhab Ahmed. Lamma yadhhab Ahmed. Right? So those are the two ways of negating mudara'. Only this comes in the meaning of negation if it comes with mudara'. If it comes with madi, it does not mean negation. Lamma dhahaba Ahmed, if I said, Lamma dhahaba Ahmed, now this gives me the meaning of shart. When Ahmed went. This is when. And this is negation. Clear? So there are two ways of negating each one. So two ways of negating jumla ismiya, two ways of negating jumla fi'liya, two ways of mudara', two ways of madi, two ways of mustaqbal. Okay? So just remember 2, 2, 2, 2, and then now ask yourself, okay, which are the two? Madi, I know is ma, lam plus mudara'. Okay, good. Mudara', la, ma. Okay, good. So on and so forth. Jumla ismiya, laysa, ma. And that's what, and also remember lamma is not, it's rarely used. So lan is the most commonly used one. Are we clear as far as that is concerned?
Yeah, but why not bring in here?
In. Okay. In is also a tool of negation, but I wouldn't add it here because it's not really commonly used. It's a very strong negation and it's rarely used, right? And I think when we discuss the different kinds of in and inna, when we discuss that topic, then that would come in there and we can discuss it there. But these are the basic foundations that you need to know when it comes to negation. Okay, so let's cover Kana and her sisters. So we've done negation, let's look at Kana and her sisters. So I'm just going to type some of the sisters of Kana here. So we have, let's start with Kana itself. So Kana, and then we have, let me not do that because it's just gonna make it worse. So we have Asbaha. We have Amsa.
Sarah.
Go ahead. If you know, you can mention them. Sarah.
I think Zara.
كان صرا ليس أصبح أضحى
Adha.
أمسى you already wrote. Yeah, Bata.
Bata, yes.
Zulun or something, Zulun?
Sorry? ظل, yes.
No,
Yeah, ظل.
the ما دام ما
ما زال
ما زال ما دام
ما زال
yeah. ما دام
ما دام,
منفتحة.
beautiful.
ما
ما
فتح
فتح
ما بريها exactly
ما بريها. So those are the ones. ما فتح
enough ما بريها
and ما بريها. Okay. So from ما فتح and ما بريها, not very commonly used, but just for for the purpose of you knowing that Kana has more sisters, just know that those ones exist as well. The most common ones, Kana asbaha, maybe amsa. Dhalla is also quite common. So these are the common ones. Kana asbaha amsa dhalla, very common. Sara, sometimes used. Adha, sometimes used. Bata, also fairly used. Okay. Mazala, used. Madama, used. Okay. So these are the sisters of Kana. Go ahead.
Another one is manfakka, right? There is something.
Manfakka, yes. Ma infakka. Let's put the ما انفك. Yeah, again, ما انفك, not منفك, not very commonly used, but these are the ones. So ما فتئ ما بريح منفك, not very commonly used. Okay, but just
So
for
we don't learn this all of, just we learn like kana asbaha Sara and then zalla and zala and madama. That's it. We learn in Bayana.
yeah, we learned very few because these other ones are not very common. That's why. So when you
Yeah.
come across them, I'm only mentioning so that if you come across them anywhere, because also they're not used in the Quran as much. Like ma fatiha is not used in the Quran. Ma bariha, ma infakka is not used in the Quran. So, and bayina is really focused on Quranic studies. So whatever is not
Okay.
mentioned in the Quran, you'll find that they don't really focus so much on it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What else do we need to know? What you need to know about Kana and her sisters is that they're called أفعال ناقصة because they are not complete. For example, if I said he was, he was what? It's not complete. You need to give me more stuff to complete the meaning, right? So he was what? He was going. Okay, now I get it. Okay, fine, complete. So that's why they're called ناقص. They are incomplete, right? Whereas other أفعال, other verbs are called tam, complete. Today I'm taking too long, guys. But let's try and speed this thing up so that we can go to the rest of the stuff. Okay, so for example, if I say ذهب, he went, this is complete. I don't need any more information, right? But if I just said he was without the going, then this is not complete. That's why they're called أفعال ناقصة. And of course, we know the rule is that they take an ism, which is مرفوع, and they take a khabar, which is mansub. Okay? So the ism is going to be مرفوع, and the khabar is going to be mansub. I think we know this. We are familiar with this. Okay. Let's go to the next thing. So that's Kana and her sisters. Then we have Ma Kana Li. So we have this template that we have been talking about. Ma Kana dash Li dash. Okay, that's ruining it. So that's the template. Ma Kana. Now we know about Kana. We have this template. Ma Kana dash. For example, if I said ما كان,
think jar majrur.
yeah, you can have a jar majrur, yes. ما كان أحمد. Let's make it simple. ليذهب. ما كان أحمد ليذهب. Okay. So whenever you have a negated kana sentence, whenever you have it could be ما كان, it could be in kana, right? So whatever, لم يكن, also whenever you have a negative kana sentence, if it's a negation, whenever you have a negated kana sentence, then you have this lam. And this lam is what we call lam al-juhud. So we call it lam al-juhud. Okay? So it comes with this lam al-juhud. And simply the meaning is X is not 1 to Y. Let me explain this, or let me translate this. Like, for example, ما كان أحمد ليذهب. Ahmed was not one to go, right? So how do we do the i'rab of this? Ahmed was not one to go. We see that ma is obviously ma of negation. Kana is our فعل ناقص, right? أحمد is اسم كان. Then you have this lam is a harf of jar. Lam is a harf of jar. So it needs an ism to make it majroor. So the grammarians would say that what is actually missing here is an. It's supposed to be ما كان أحمد لأن يذهب. So the an is the ism of li, right? Right? And an يذهب, we learned last time, this is a compound ism. This is a masdar mu'awwal. So you can see this masdar mu'awwal, this compound ism, is actually the ism majroor of li, right? And then together, this becomes a jar majroor. Okay? Is that clear? Now, so we have kana, we have the ism of kana. This, we are saying that لأن يذهب is jar majroor متعلق بخبر kana. Where's the khabar of kana? The khabar of kana is mahdhuf. How do we know the khabar of kana? Well, look at the English. Ahmad was not one. Where is this one in Arabic? It's not there. Ahmad was not to go. That is what it says in Arabic. ما كان أحمد ليذهب. Ahmad was not to go. So it's like this one is omitted in the Arabic. It's like what was happening was this. واحدا. ما كان أحمد واحدا ليذهب. Or يعني Ahmed was not one to go, or something like that. But this wahidan is kind of omitted in Arabic because the meaning is understood. Is that structure clear?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. حروف العاطفة, I think I've already mentioned them, but what I'm going to mention when it comes to this these connectors, what we call connectors, because they connect. They connect two parts, right? Or they join two parts. What I'm going to say is that when you have an ism, you're going to connect to an ism. فعل to a فعل. What do I mean by this? You cannot, for example, if I say, I ate an apple and a banana, right? What did I do? I connected an ism to an ism, an apple, and using the connector and a banana, an ism to an ism. Can I say I ate an apple and then and sleeping? Does that make sense? I ate an apple and sleeping. I connected an ism with a verb. Does it make sense at all? So you cannot do this in Arabic. But you can say, I ate, then I slept. فعل, فعل, ism, ism. Now, in the Quran, sometimes Allah will connect an ism to a fi'l. And that's where balagha comes to play. That's where you have to ask yourself, okay, what's happening? We expect an ism and an ism, a fi'l and a fi'l, a sentence and a sentence. This is what we expect to happen. So when you notice those things, that's where, you have to get your balagha juices flowing. I hope that's clear. Okay. Juhud, juhud. To be honest, I haven't searched the meaning of it. Inshallah, I would check it and give you the meaning. All right. Then we have jumla حالية. Finally, we have jumla حالية. So when it comes to jumla حالية, you have to ask yourself, is it jumla اسمية or is it jumla فعلية?
So,
I think I
also
had.
we can say the negation.
You can say negation, sorry?
Yeah, lam and juhud. We can say also the negation lam.
The meaning of it?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know the meaning of it. So maybe that's what it means.
I
don't know.
heard about that. Zuhud means deny.
Deny? Okay.
Deny.
Maybe. Interesting. I
It's
don't know. I have to.
impossibility or denial.
Yeah, denial or impossibility.
All right.
This is not the one should do that. This kind of denying.
You're denying somebody to do
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, that could be it. That could be it. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we're talking about hal. Maybe I should write here. Hal. Jumla حالية actually. So we have to ask ourselves, is it جملة اسمية or جملة فعلية? When it comes to جملة اسمية, there's always going to be واو حالية. Always. So wow followed by a jumla ismiya, especially if it starts with a pronoun. So وأنت, وهو, وهم. That kind of structure, that's jumla حالية, dead giveaway. Okay? So a jumla ismiya that starts with wow, that's going to be jumla حالية. Okay? So that's simple enough. Then you have jumla fi'liya. Now, jumla fi'liya, again, with a jumla fi'liya, we have to ask ourselves, is it madi? Is it mudara? Because those are the two fi'als that we have. If it's madi, it's always going to be followed by waqad. Waqad. So, something happened, وقد ذهب أحمد. So this وقد ذهب أحمد will be considered jumla حالية because it's وقد followed by a فعل ماضي, right? وقد ذهب, وقد أكل, وقد فلان فلان, so on and so forth, right? وقد, that's ماضي. مضارع, this is where you have two fi'ls. So for example, if I have a sentence, جاء, what's happening? جاء أحمد يبكي وقاعد. جاء أحمد يبكي. What do you see? جاء is a فعل. يبكي is a فعل. Whenever this situation happens, a فعل is describing another فعل of some sort, then this is a جملة حالية. So يبكي is a حال of Ahmed because it's describing how Ahmed came. If I just translated it, Ahmed came crying. It's telling you the state in which Ahmed came in. He came in a state of crying. So even when you translate it, you can see the meaning of hal, the state that the person is in, or the object, the sahibul hal, is in. I hope that's clear. That's what you need to know about hal. We are losing main concept and we are on this. Let's take questions at the end. Yeah, I think that would be best. No worries, guys. I think what we can do is once after I have explained the concepts, then we can take the questions, inshaAllah. So that way we don't spend too much time. Anyway, so those are the concepts. I don't know if there are any questions now. If there are any questions, so regarding negation, kana, ما كان لي, لام الجحود, العطف, جملة حالية. But these are the basics of what you need to know as far as these concepts are concerned. Okay? All right. So I just wanted to mention here that these are the past concepts with which we have actually covered before, and they're also appearing in this ayah. So we covered hal, or at least right now we've completed the concept of hal. We covered attached pronouns, mubtada and khabar. So normally we have the khabar of kana here, khabar of kana as well here, right? Jar majroor, li yu'adhibahum, and I've explained why it is yu'adhiba, because there's an an, and that an is making yu'adhibu mansub, so it's becoming yu'adhiba, and together they form jar majroor, right? And then of course idafa is a very common, mu'adhibahum, this is idafa happening there. It's a very common thing that happens in the Quran. So already you can see how much we're building as we are progressing.
Sorry.
So anta is حالية. How we translate it?
While. So the ways
While.
in which you translate hal, you can either translate it as, you can either use while, you can use as, or you can just use the ing word. Like when I said Ahmed came crying, or I can say Ahmed came while crying, or you can say Ahmed came in a state of crying, or you can say Ahmed came, if it's a waqad, or if it's a different, if you just ism, then you use as, right? You can use also as. So those are the different ways in which you can translate. Somebody
Can
else had a...
Yeah, quickly ask. In Bayana, I think we also did the light harf when we said anlan likay idan. No, in lam lamma wal falli. So in this, the li, could it also be the light harf where it makes yu'adhiba mansub?
That's
Or
the
is it
one.
okay?
This is the one.
This is the one,
But
right?
yeah,
Okay.
this is the one. However, now I'm breaking it down to you that instead of just looking at أَنْ لِكَيْ إِذًا حَتَّى or إِنْ لَمْ لَمَّا وَالْفَلِّ, whatever, however we memorized the حروف ناصبة للمضارع and حروف جازمة للمضارع. What we're saying that this lam is actually lam harf jar. At its basic foundational level, it's just a harf of jar and it's beating upon an, and then an is the one that is actually making the mudari' mansub. So there's an an that is mahdhuf here. They call it an muzmara. It is omitted. It is expected, but it is omitted. Right?
Because it come with the ma. If ma wasn't there, then we can say only the.
I wouldn't. I mean, this is lam al-juhud, so we expect it to work like this. Yes. But sometimes you can have lam anytime you have this structure where there's a lam and then fi'al mudari' that is mansub, we imagine that the an is omitted. We imagine li'an that is supposed to be there. The lam itself does not make nasab, does not make it mansub. It's an that's making mansub. Li is making majroor. That's the basic. Okay?
That's the big secret.
Yeah.
And makes it, because we don't see it, that's why.
Yeah. You just assume this lam is the one that is making mansub, but actually no. It's just that it's not.
Sometimes it also happens with fast sababiya as well, right? Like
Exactly.
fast sababiya is there with mudari.
Exactly. Yeah, so sometimes, yeah, they say that, it's not fa that actually makes mansub, it's an. The an is just not mentioned. Yes. True.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so here we have some examples. I'm gonna read them to you, translate them, because some of you are struggling with that. And then you guys can identify the concepts that we have learned. Which concepts are we talking about? Hal, jumla حالية, sorry, not here, not attached pronouns. So we're talking about negation, kana and her sisters, lam al-juhud, if it's there, حروف عطف, jumla حالية. These are the ones that we're going to try and identify in this examples here. So ما كان محمد ليذهب وهو جائع. Muhammad was not one to go while he is hungry. جاء خالد, but if I translate it, guys, I'm giving it away. I'm just gonna read them. I'm just gonna read them, and then when we're explaining, I will translate. Okay. جاء خالد وزيد فجلسا ثم درسا. What you're going to be doing, if you want to, you can start now. Just start identifying what's happening in this different, so that we don't waste a lot of time. Let's say 5 minutes, sorry, for this exercise. So 5 minutes. Number 3. أصبحت مريم ضعيفة وما زالت نائمة. Number 4. لم يكن المؤمن ليظلم الناس وهو يعلم عاقبة ذلك. Number 5. خرج الجنود يركضون. So let's see what you guys can be able to do. And again, those who are watching the recording, what you're going to do is you're going to pause the recording here and try and figure this out.
I don't know what happened, but I just answered one and then it just finished. Or it
Probably you
ended.
selected submit. You had to scroll down answer the rest,
Right.
and then click submit.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry for that.
That's okay.
So for the rest of you, make sure you're scrolling down and answering the rest as well. Okay, so yeah, let me share the results here. And then, that was last time I was able to like, I don't remember what I did, to be honest, last time. There's something I did. View results from browser.
I saw
Yes,
my
that's what I did.
results. I
Yeah, I
don't
shared
know.
and then I
Yeah,
stopped sharing.
yes.
Okay, this is what we have, right? So the first one, I know the fonts are very small and it might add up to the fact that you're not getting them right. I'm sorry for that. There's nothing much I can do because Zoom doesn't support changing the fonts. But so the first one is يستغفرك أحمد. يستغفرك أحمد. So أحمد is rafa, so you know this is the fa'il, and ka is the attached pronoun, so you know that one is the maf'ul bihi. So Ahmed is doing something to you. So what is it? Ahmed asks you for forgiveness. That would be the correct answer there. And I think majority of you got that right. Okay. So I think that was it. Then we have istaghfiri ummaki. Again, we do the same process. So istaghfiri. Anti istaghfiri. Okay, so I'm talking about you, female. Got that point down. And then I have ummaki. Umma is mansub. Ki is attached pronoun referring to you. So ummaki, your mother. Okay. So you, female, ask your mother's forgiveness. Right? That would be the correct answer there. I think that one got to a lot of you. You picked, I ask your mother for forgiveness.
Yeah,
I
I
ask
thought it
would be
was Rabba Ummuka.
so
Yeah,
if I want to say I
it's my
ask, I
bad.
would say astaghfiru. Astaghfiru. Ana astaghfiru. But anti istaghfiri. I'm commanding you, female. Right? So whenever you see this E at the end, this one, most likely it's going to be you addressing a
So
female
I thought
person.
it was like a file. Ummuka.
Yeah.
That
So
is my bad.
anyway, now you've learned.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the correct answer there. And you, female, ask your mother's forgiveness. And then lastly, we have kana yastaghfiruni. Kana, he was. Yastaghfiru, huwa yastaghfiru. So he was asking me, ana. He was asking me for forgiveness. So he was asking my forgiveness. I think majority of you got that right. Maybe a couple of you were food here. One person was food here. He asked my forgiveness. That would be madi. Not kana yastaghfiru is mudara. Asked كان استغفرني, he asked my forgiveness. But يستغفرني مضارع. But that's basically it about that exercise. Again, just a lot of practice with sarf, and it will make sense. And also, I urge you to just do these kinds of exercises where you attach things to the verbs, because you can easily do استغفر يستغفر استغفار فهو مستغفر. Fine, but do you know how to say you forgive me? Do you know how to say she forgave her, or them ladies forgive? So do these practices. They will really elevate your Arabic. Make sure you try as much as possible. Just come up with English sentences and try and translate them in Arabic. All right, I know we've taken quite a bit, but I hope I didn't bore you guys. So is somebody saying, would it be possible to start the class a little earlier so we can finish a little earlier? It's difficult to catch Fajr prayer. Oh, I'm sorry. So the thing is, to be honest, if I do it earlier, it's going to be very early for me because I start this class at 6 a.m. in the morning. And if I do it earlier, I am going to miss Fajr, sadly. So that's the situation, unfortunately. But you can always just leave any time and catch the recording. I don't have a problem if you just leave, honestly, because I know it's difficult to manage the time. Yeah, it's tough. So sorry. It's tough. For some people, it would have preferred that because it's midnight for them. Others, it's 4 a.m. in the morning. But if I do it any earlier, it would be impossible. Yeah. Anyway, right. Yeah, so who am I, guys? Who am I? Without my khabar, I feel unfinished. I insert time into otherwise timeless statements. So there was no time, but then I just forced them to have time. I changed the grammatical fate of the mubtada and khabar. So that's why I'm nasikha. I changed the grammar. I have many sisters again. I think most of you got it. Yeah,
it's good.
yeah, it's
First
kind of
question. First clue is enough.
Easy
yeah, it's
peasy
enough.
lemon peasy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know. I try to make them easy so that you don't struggle so much. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
No worries.
When you say change the grammatical fate of mubtada, you mean just the name of ism kana, right? Not that it changes from
Yes,
Rafa
just
to
the
sta-
ism.
Okay.
Yeah, instead of calling it mubtada, now we're calling it ism kana. But it
Okay.
doesn't change from, like, it's still rafa. It's still not
Yeah,
for.
except for the khabar.
Yeah. Now the khabar, it doesn't change the name, but it changed the status. So it's
But
opposite.
you still have to say khabar of kana, right? You don't just say khabar?
Yeah, we say the khabar of kana, but even in a normal jumla ismiya, we still call it khabar. Like it doesn't
Khabar,
change the
yeah.
name.
Yeah.
Like in mubtada, it changed from mubtada to ism kana.
To ism, okay.
But the rafa status remained. When it came to the khabar remained, the name remained, but the status changed from rafa to nasib. So that's kana for you. All right. Okay. So yeah, let's spin the wheel. Let's try and do some exercise here. See what we come up with. Let's see. Our winner is ma kana dash li. Right, let's practice that kana and lam al-juhud. Okay, so that's what we're going to practice today. Again, just put an ism of kana here. Just put an ism of kana and then put a fi'al mudara' here. That's the template. Ism kana goes here, fi'al mudara'. So let's see what you come up with. So ma kana somebody li something. I'm going to give you 1 or 2 minutes.
Yes,
So we can
ما
finish.
كان بشر ليذهب. Can you
So
say
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Bashir
ما
isn't the
كان
one who...
let's say إنسان. Let's use إنسان. ما كان إنسان ليذهب. Okay, why not? Because bashar would be ism jins. It would be like a plural word, like people.
Yeah.
So either you would say ليذهبوا. Yeah.
فعل مضارع منصوب, right?
Yes, it has to be mansub.
Okay.
ما كان somebody لsomething.
ما كان محمد
ما كان الله لي كريم كريم. I don't know how Karima.
So if you say that, okay, if you're gonna use Allah or if you're gonna use the lafzul jalala, I would advise to make it accurate, like true statement for Allah, because we don't want to say something that is not true for Allah.
As a Karimun, that's one of his
But
names.
he is Kareem.
Yeah, he is.
So,
oh, yes. Oh, sorry.
This is negation. Yeah.
Negation, yes.
Yeah.
ما كان الله ليظلمهم.
Beautiful. ما كان الله ليظلمهم. Allah is not one to oppress them. True.
Oh, mashallah. Jazakallah khair for that.
Yes. So that's the kind of statement we're looking for. Beautiful.
Or we can say
Okay.
Ma kana Ahmedun li Karimun.
ليكرم.
Ahmed li Akrima. Ahmed
Yes.
is
ما
not
كان أحمد ليكرم.
ليكرم. Ahmed is not generous or something like that.
Yes. He's not one to be generous.
He's not one to be generous, yeah.
And how would we say he's not one to or to sleep? So Noam, I know, is sleep. No, is it nama?
ينام.
Yanamu.
نام. So ما كان لينام.
لينام.
If I'm referring to so if I'm not having an outside doer, then I'm gonna have an inside doer. So it'll just be ما كان لينام if it's an inside. So he is not one to. But if I'm referring to a specific person and it's an outside doer, then I have to mention the outside doer.
So you can just say ما كان آمنة لي يومنا.
So if it's Amina, that's feminine. So it's going to be ما كانت آمنة لي تنام. So now when you change the gender, you have to make sure you change the gender everywhere.
Yeah. Li, sorry, I didn't catch that word.
Li tanama.
Li tanama. Okay. Ma kanat Aminat li tamana.
Li tanama. Ma kanat Aminatu li tanama.
Ma kanat Aminatu li tamana. Normally I don't speak.
No worries, this is how you learn, by the way. This is how you learn. So nama yanamu. Nauman fahuwa naimun. So here tanamu. Here tanamu, and of course you make it mansub because of li'an. Li tanama.
Yeah.
Li tanama.
Beautiful. So yeah, that's basically it.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah. وما كان الله ليغفر لهم.
Yeah, absolutely. ما كان الله ليغفر لهم. They are so evil. Allah is not one to forgive them. Why
So
not?
here it would be a good idea to share the whiteboard because then everybody can just write their statements down. Right?
Yeah. Over here. Yeah, by the way. I'll figure that whiteboard thing and then inshallah we can do that so that, yeah, instead of using the chat, maybe. So yeah, why not? Absolutely. Make it more interactive. So that's the idea. Go ahead. ما كان محمد
لي يضرب
يضرب. Beautiful. ما كان محمد ليضرب. Muhammad is not one to hit, to strike, to beat. ما كان محمد ليضرب. Right? ما كان محمد ليأكل. Muhammad does not want to eat. ما كان محمد ليخرج. We can use this Muhammad to mean everything, to do everything. But the idea is just to make you understand the structure, practice it, and yeah. All right. So that brings us to pretty much the end. So we have some reflection prompts here for the ayah. Again, this one I would leave it as your homework. So if you want to leave, you feel free to leave now because I know I've taken quite a bit of your time. But I hope that was beneficial. So some of the questions, why does Allah repeat وَمَا كَانَ twice? You can just say وَمَا كَانَ اللَّهُ لِيُعَذِّبَهُم وَلَا مُعَذِّبَهُم or something. Like it doesn't have to be repeated twice. So there's something happening here. There's a bit of emphasis, you know. And then, of course, there's a hidden mercy here that we have to uncover that you can think about in this ayah. Why يستغفرون instead of استغفروا? Why is it the mudara and not the madi that has been used? What do we learn about istighfar in this ayah? What does it mean? وَأَنْتَ فِيهِمْ. The Prophet ﷺ is saying Allah is not one to punish them while you are among them. What does that tell us about the Prophet ﷺ or the presence of the Prophet ﷺ? So yeah, some of the questions for you to think about this ayah. I will share this slide with you so that you can think further regarding this ayah. And of course, finally, we have a homework here. Find similar concepts, especially ma kana li or that kind of template, because I think that was the probably the newest thing, I would imagine. Try and find that Lam al-Juhud in the Quran. See for yourself. Try and translate it to the best of your ability. If you can, write a reflection on this ayah. You can share it with others. Again, sarf is all about practice. That's how you get to sarf. Practice as much as possible. Sit down, try and come up with English sentences and try and translate them to Arabic using that. It doesn't have to be complicated sentences, like just the ones I normally give you. يستغفرك, Muhammad يستغفرهم, something like that, and just try and translate it. Simple sentences. And then finally, next week, we're going to talk about conditional sentences a bit. So, or one of the concepts. So make sure you brush your knowledge on that, inshallah. Conditional sentences, this are Jumal Shartiya. So Jumla Shartiya, just read something about that. Any final questions or anything else?
Yeah, one thing, like the reflection part is, I think that one is called the tadabbur.
Yes, this is called tadabbur.
So I don't know, this is not maybe related to class. I saw one of the group is called Tadabbur Bandil or something.
Yeah.
In this group interactive. Is that the one, the same class? They do like to understand then the deeper meaning or cause that same thing, right?
So that group initially was created to have people come together and reflect on the Quran together. And we used to have an ayah of the week and where people would share the reflections and so on and so forth. But then at some point, people are not really reflecting much because you know how groups are. They're very active in the beginning and then they sort of like, So that's kind of what happened. But now what we are doing in that group is I have classes every Sundays at 11 a.m. Makkah time. So maybe about 3 hours from now. On Sundays, I would have a class where right now we are finishing Surah Al-Mulk. So tomorrow we'll have the final session of Surah Al-Mulk, and then we'll go on to Surah the next surah, and then so on all the way up to Nas. So that's the goal. So every Sunday. So what we normally do is one Sunday we talk about explanation, one Sunday we talk about Nahu and Sarf. So one Sunday, like this coming Sunday tomorrow, we're going to be doing the grammatical structures because we have finished the surah, we've done the nahwu and the explanation. So tomorrow we are just doing the structures, how the surah is organized, how the themes, the different things, so that we can finish the surah. And then when we start next week, we will start with a new surah and we do the nahwu, the sarf, and then we go to explanation. So that's what we're doing in that.
I never see any Zoom links in that Tadabbur link.
I normally share them on Sundays. But
that's a different group.
Oh, is it
Yes,
a
it's a
different
different
group? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, not
Every
this one.
Sunday,
are
what
you
time?
able to add us on? Because I don't know.
Yeah.
Please.
So it depends what you want. If you want both Nahu and Sarf and the explanation, I can add you to a separate group where we do both. Yeah, yani that's where that was the main group. And then the Tadabbur, I just normally share the links for the explanation because the group kind of sort of died down and I just wanted to keep it active by sharing the explanation link so that people can, if they want to join the explanation, they can join. But if you want both Nahu and Sarf, just let me know in the group, inshallah, after this session, and I can add you to those classes as well.
Ustad, what time you said? Makkah time, 11?
11 a.m., yes.
Now what time you go there?
So that will be like 10, 9 o'clock UK time,
yes.
I think.
Yes.
9 a.m., yeah.
AM.
UK,
now is what time to yours?
Now it's 8 a.m. for me. So in
6
3
a.m.
hours.
for us.
Yeah, 6 a.m. Yeah.
Oh, for us, 1 a.m.
Oh, subhanallah. For you, it's going to be like 3 a.m. For
But so do you,
you
if
can
I
always watch the
join,
recording.
yeah, that's what I was going to. If I join, can I get the recorded list recording?
Absolutely. I would share, I'm going to share the group, the playlist for my previous classes if you want to, like, but maybe you just, we can start a new surah with you. You don't have to watch the previous recordings, but all the recordings are there.
I would like Surah Mulk as well.
So please add me, Ustad, so I want at least from the recording if I can get something.
Absolutely, no worries.
Inshallah.
I will share all the
Ustad, I
links so that
also
you can
wanted-
decide which one you want to join.
I want to join all of them. So I'm just learning.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
That's good. Right. So that's about tadabbur. And I hope it will help you also to connect better with the Quran, inshaAllah.
Inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan.
So can
For the
we
sake of the
message in that
recording,
group? Can we message
yes.
in that group? Then you will add us.
Yeah. I will share the link in our group, this one. I will share all the links so that you can decide which one you want to join. And yeah. And I will give all the
in the
information in
group
the group.
link, there is a description, right? Which one is what?
Yes, there is. Even though the tadabbur one, we no longer do what it says in the description because the group kind of died down a bit. We used to do it, but we no longer do it. But yeah, I will share with you the right one.
Group is active, we will join there, please, inshallah. I'll just write that down.
Ustaza,
I'll write it down.
I saw there was one application for the advanced reader. So I filled that. Yeah. When will that start?
A group, was that for advanced? Is it a group?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think your sister's talking about the advanced Arabic reader.
I think just try and join it. I think it's still ongoing. They normally share resources and they study together or something. You can ask questions there. I'm not part of it, to be honest, so I'm not so sure. Yeah, maybe we can talk later because I need to end this recording for those who are going to watch the recording. They don't want to hear us rumbling. So let me just stop the recording, and then if you guys want to chat, we can still chat. No problem. You can ask me questions and whatnot. But I'm just going to end the recording for those who are going to watch the recording, inshallah. So subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Let me just end the recording here. So that if you guys want to continue, we can